Bioaccumulation in biomagnification. What is bioaccumulation in biomagnification? These are the two different processes that often in tandem with one another. According to the vocabulary of Environmental Protection Agency or EPA, bioaccumulation is a process by which chemicals are taken up by an organism either directly from exposure to a contaminated medium or by consumption of food containing the chemical. Biomagnification is the process whereby the tissue's concentration of a contaminant increases as it passes up the food chain through two or more tropical levels. Persistent organic pollutants are one of the primary concerns when looking at bioaccumulation in biomagnification. These chemicals do not easily break down in the environment and can build up the fatty tissues of living organisms. Some example of BOPs is DDT and the PCBs. DDT is an insecticide that was extensively used, and the PCBs, flame retardants. In 1970s and 1980s, the production of these chemicals was banned, but they can still be found in the ocean as well as the tissues of many marine animals. These chemicals has ability to persist in the environment for long periods of time, move within water, dissolve in the fatty tissues of living organisms. This picture explains the percentage of contaminant level in a fish such as mercury and PCBs. Bioaccumulation occurs as organisms consume a contaminated food source or absorb the contaminant. Bioaccumulation occurs at the base of the food web. Usually, the primary producer is phytoplankton. These microscopic photosynthetic organisms absorb BOPs directly from the seawater, accumulate them in their bodies over time. Biomagnification explains how contaminants move in a food web. Magnification occurs when slightly larger organisms called zooplankton feed upon the contaminated phytoplankton and turn absorb BOPs into their own tissues in a higher concentration. By magnification, the contaminated phytoplankton is zooplankton eats. The more pollutant it will have in its body, the BOPs can be passed from producer to consumer. Biomagnification can continue all the way up the food web or chain. Orcas is a large apex predator that is heavily impacted by the bioaccumulation in biomagnification. Researchers have found extremely high levels of PCBs within the blubber of Arctic orcas, making them the most toxic animals in the Arctic. Additionally, scientists in Japan have found that mother orcas are passing these contaminants to their young through their milk, which has high fat content. PCBs are known to cause problems with reproduction, and studies are currently being conducted to see if and how POPs are impacting orcas in other ways. Thank you.